2021 versus 2017 Tesla Model 3. How much has the Tesla Model 3 improved since it was first released in 2017? Hey guys, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. Before we get started with this video, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell button to stay in control of our exciting updates. On the 31st day of March 2016, Elon Musk wowed the world with an improved Tesla Model 3 prototype model. And just in a few days after the presentation, there were over 300,000 demands for the car. This was sure proof this car would be a hit once released. And then it was delivery time. The first delivery batch was quite challenging, with about 1,700 vehicles distributed in 2017. This figure was really tiny, considering the list of demands the car had at the time. Well, that was 2017, and now we're here. A few years later, it was fantastic to note that Tesla is still producing and has delivered over 300,000 Model 3 cars every single year. And as we speak, the production scale of Model 3 is still on the rise. Thankfully, Tesla is one technology company that improves daily on their products. They are never one to stand still in innovation and creativity. On that note, you should know that since the production of Model 3 back in 2017, the car is currently on constant improvement and upgrading. But just how much has Model 3 changed since the first 2017 models were released? Number 1. Rear trunk weather stripping. Talking about changes in the Tesla Model 3, one of the significant alterations that we'll talk about right away is the initial models that were first delivered. The first Tesla Model 3 that was delivered in 2017 were the long-range rear-wheel drive units, and now in 2020 it appears the brand split into three types of the same model. The 2021 version would continue with the changes applied to the 2020 version. There are the Standard Range Plus, the long-range all-wheel drive unit, and then the Performance all-wheel drive unit. Now, let's talk about a few exterior modifications that have happened over the last few years. One of these changes is the elusive alteration from the early models that had a problem with water dripping into the trunk to an improved model. The water dripping can be seen in the 2017 and 2018 Model 3 of the Tesla car. This occurred because of the narrow channel in the weather stripping where the trunk met the glass. Thankfully, sometime in 2019 or early 2020, the company worked on this problem. Instead of the narrow channel, the weather stripping was now built with a much larger channel. This automatically curbed the water dripping into the trunk. Number 2. UV coating on the glass. The next change made on the car is the UV coating on the glass. Now with the old model, when the UV coating got wet, it produces a pleasing rainbow effect. However, with the newer models, although it still has this UV coating, it has a little bit different formulation. A picture of the attractive rainbow image the former formulation makes is shown proudly on Tesla's Twitter handle. So many people love this rainbow effect while some do not like it. Nonetheless, the recent modification vaunts a UV coating that does not reflect light in that way. So, if you're on the list of people who never liked the rainbow effect, you are safe. Number 3. Interior modification. Now, let's talk about the interior modifications that have happened since the initial models. In case you're not aware, Tesla makes its own seats. Nonetheless, since the launch of the initial Model 3, there have been many changes to the seat. Tesla has improved on the coziness and designing of the seats. And for easier understanding, the seats are referred to as Gen 1 and Gen 2 for the former and the present models, respectively. One of the first easily identifiable alterations, no doubt, is in the front midline seam of the back seat. In the recent model, the hem has been moved. The side bolsters and seat bolsters are now firmer than the initial one. Padding on the new seat is somewhere around 2 to 3 times more than the former seat. Padding allows for more comfort and lets you position a whole lot better while in the seat. The stitching from the very front of the end of the Gen 1 seat has been moved down to the Gen 2 seat, give offer a lot more comfort for the leg. In addition, there's more provision for thigh support at the end of the seat. With these new changes on Gen 2 seats, you would easily agree that Gen 2 seats has a lot of comfort to offer. Number 4. Key fob. Now, something else that also has been added to the newer Model 3 is the key fob. Although this doesn't come with a car purchase, but with just $150, you can get the key fob from the Tesla parts. Having this key fob provides you with a third option on the ways to get into your car. Easily get into your vehicle using the key card, use the app on your phone, and lastly, you can do that by using the key fob. Number 5, efficiency. Naturally, when talking about modifications in a car, efficiency is the most anticipated. Let's talk about the efficiency enhancements then. As mentioned earlier, the only model that was delivered in 2017 was only a long-range, rear-wheel drive unit. Notwithstanding that Tesla has stopped the sales of the initial batch of Model 3 deliveries, some organizations took it upon themselves to check the first batch's efficiency. Fortunately, Tesla made the current Model 3 more efficient with a 322-mile range driving performance against the 310 miles range for the 2017 model offered earlier. So it is apparent that from the last model to the current model, there's been an extra 12 miles gain. That's noticeable improvement. Funny enough, if you go to Tesla's website and check for the performance package of the present Tesla Model 3, you'll see there is actually changes to a 299-mile range instead of the 322 miles that you see with the 18-inch wheels. According to some surveys, the car is ranked differently depending on the wheel inches available. For instance, the performance package for the 18-inch wheel gives you the expected 322 miles range, while the performance package for the 19-inch wheel should provide you about 304-mile range. And again, check for the 20-inch performance wheels, you'll get something within the range of 299 miles or so. Also the Standard Range Plus, which was available starting in 2019. Closer look, and you'll notice that it also has been improved upon. The endpoint of the modification has since gained an extra 10 miles. Number 6, spec and price. Let's discuss some spec and price changes over the years. The long-range rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3 was formerly available from 2017 to early 2019. It's apparent that from 2017 to 2019 that the 0 to 60 mile per hour time went down and the range went up 15 miles. Surprisingly, the cost went down between $40,000 and $50,000, depending on when you purchased it. How about hardware and software changes that have happened since then in 2017? Apparently, Tesla's former model was sold with what's been called hardware 2.5, which was not full self-driving and processed only 30 trillion operations per second. But now, the new version comes with hardware 3.0, which is full self-driving and processes a whopping 145 trillion operations per second. In addition to all the changes made on the 2020 version, 2021 version will also come with standard with 2 USB-C ports and wireless charging. Now with this, no one is certain how much this version would cost. So there you have it, guys, 2021 versus 2017 Tesla Model 3. How much has the Model 3 improved since 2017? If money was not a huge factor for you, which of these rides would you go for? Have you observed any other changes besides the ones listed? Kindly share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments section below. This video was insightful. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell button to be notified whenever we upload videos like this one. That's it for me, guys. Don't forget to stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.